Hi guys, Erica here. Today I'm going to do the highlighting and contouring video. I just did the cream color correcting concealer NYX palette video, and I went ahead and used the green and the peach from this palette, and I'm going to use the yellow from this palette later in this video so you guys can see how this works as well. For the contouring part of the darker colors, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I'm going to use the middle color and also some of this cream color here under the eyes. I do sometimes use this peach one, but I am going to skip that one today and do that maybe another time because I have makeup on already. I have quite a bit on and I don't want it to start looking cakey because I have this on plus my cream foundation today. I use the Derma Blend all over my face. I'm trying something a little bit different to see how I like it, and it covers, it's a heavier coverage. I think I've shown this before, but it looks like this, and it's made for more spot treatment, or I guess if you want a heavier coverage you can use it all over your face like I've done today. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to throw in a couple other items that are drugstore brands, such as this was in my faves video last week, and this is a contour stick. This is a Sonia Kashuk, and I love this. I really do. I almost like this more than this contour palette, or not the contour palette in general, but just this color. I just like it because it's more convenient and smaller, but this has obviously more things in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off. I have my beauty blender. I choose to use this. You can use a brush to blend. I prefer to use a beauty blender. I feel you get a better coverage. I use the beauty blender for foundation and for contouring, and then for color correcting I use the Real Techniques because I feel they're just a little bit different for certain techniques. Hi guys, I forgot to mention this earlier in the video, so I thought I'd go ahead and throw it in. I have an oval face shape, as you can see. Charlize Theron does as well. She's the third one on the top. And this will help you figure out what face shape you have if you're not sure, and also the face placement of the highlight, the contour, and the blush. The highlight is the white on the face, the brown is the contour, and the blush is the pink. And if you have any questions regarding your face shape, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the below box and with an image, and I can help you with that. But these are really good example of the different face shapes and the different placements, because as you can tell, they are varying in where the placement is. You can see it does differ depending on face shape. So I hope this was helpful, and I will be back in just a second. So I'm going to take my little concealer type brush here. I'm going to take the color Chocolate. I'm going to do one side with this Anastasia and then the other side with the Sonia Kashuk. And the palette, the Anastasia palette, runs, I believe, around $40 or $50. I'll link it below so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to take the contour around my face, suck in like a fish. You'll feel your jawline there, and sweep it in. I don't go too far in because when you blend it out, this is such a rich pigment that it has so much color in it that I'd rather start out with a little bit and then build it up if I need to. And then I can go underneath here, right on the jawline, and drag it in, and do a little bit up top here. I would do the same thing on the other side, exactly the same, with the same color, but just for fun I want to show you this product too, which is the Sonia Kashuk, which I love. And the colors are a little bit different. This one's a little bit lighter than the Chocolate Anastasia one. As you can see, I'll put it on, but it's going to turn out okay. It's going to blend fine. So I'm going to go down here on the side. They're actually quite a bit different. See? But I can make it work. And down this side, I like to do a little more on the temple side there. For the record, you're supposed to have the same color on both sides, but for today, I just wanted to show you two different products and it'll work out fine for me. But for you at home, use the same color on both sides. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it and stipple it in nice. I like to kind of drag it down when you're on the jawline so you're not bringing more product up. And I like to use the side, and again, kind of dragging up. I'd prefer it to be up higher on the cheek than lower down here because you want to keep this highlighted, this area to be highlighted. And I'm going to go around here and kind of blend and pulling away towards the hairline. Okay, I'm going to switch sides since they're two different colors. Just blend. And I'm going to actually take some of this product over here from the other side to color match them so they're a little bit closer in range of darkness, contour color. When it comes to contouring and using the Beauty Blender, you want to take your time. This isn't something you're going to rush through. You really need to know you're going to have some time set aside, because if you just throw it on and don't blend it well, it's going to not look clean. It's just going to look like a muddy mess. So I'm just going to continue to blend it. And you might have to push some of the color back into the hairline, especially if you have dark hair where you can see it's black or dark brown and your scalp is white. You want to make sure everything is blended really nicely, because you'll be able to tell if things aren't blended. Okay, I'm going to go back through and do the highlighting part now. And I don't do a whole lot of highlighting, just a little bit. I'm going to take another little brush here, and this is the brush I'm using, and you can choose the color that you want. You could use the banana color if you really wanted to, or I tend to use the cream color just because of my skin tone. I'm going to go back through and use that banana color for highlighting under my eyes in a minute. I'm going to take a little on my brush, and I'm going to go underneath where that original contour line was. I'm just going to make a little bit of line right there. Do the same on this side. On my chin, and as I said, I don't do this every day. This is more of a just to show you. I feel that my face angularly is kind of the way that I want it to be. Sometimes when you contour your face, you're trying to make it thinner, and I really don't want my face thinner. I feel that I look more youthful without so many angles on my face, if that makes sense. Now, if you have a fuller face or more round face and want to slim your face, this is great. I know people like a chiseled look, and I do it for the majority of my clients. They prefer it, they like it. For myself, it's, like I said, it's a very personal thing. So for myself, I don't usually highlight and contour too much, just a little bit, not too much. It can get really out of control. I see a lot of different videos and things where people are doing heavy contouring on their face. It's neat to see, but I don't think everybody needs that. Again, it's just a personal preference. Anyways, I'm going back through here with the other side of my blending brush, and I'm just kind of blending in. I like a real natural look, so I chose to do that cream color instead of the banana color. And And you can choose just about anything. You can contour with a lighter shade foundation, highlight with a foundation shade that's 1 to 2 shades lighter. There's so many different ways to highlight. You just want to make sure that you go back through and blend well. Okay. I know a lot of people like to come up here and highlight the Cupid's bow, which is this little area on your lips, between there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back through and show you, this is actually going to go into the other video as well. I'm going to use the yellow, I'll put that under my eye. This is kind of a different step that I do. Put it on my brush actually. The yellow concealer. Put it under my eye. I grabbed just a little too much that time. It's okay. And I'm going to do this. This is actually more of a concealing step. Either way, I like it. Go back through. This helps to highlight and mask any of those imperfections that you have underneath the eye. I already put the cream color down, the cream corrector. Put that down earlier. As you can see, it helps to highlight that area. Come on this side and do it. And again, these are so many different steps that you can to achieve the look that you're after. And not everybody has to do this. If there's one part of my face that I would say, I guess one of 2 areas that I worry about are the darkness and blueness under my eyes and then the redness on my cheeks. They're 2 areas that I never really paid attention to until I realized that the color correcting palettes do wonders underneath your foundation. Okay, so that is good there. And now I'm going to go back through and cover that so it looks a little bit more natural and not so bright. I want to take a little bit more of that cream color that I had in this palette and just go back over that. Just a little bit. My beauty blender, for some reason, is drying up on me. I wish it was a little bit more moist because I feel it gets a little bit better coverage when it's wet. There we go. Okay. And whatever excess that I have on my beauty blender from the concealer, I'll just take it up on the top and kind of swish it around on the lid to help mask the veins that I have on the lids as well. Okay. There we go. Okay, and that is what I use for the color correcting and contouring. Again, this side was done with the Sonia Kashuk and this side was with the Anastasia. But as you can tell, they don't look that much different. I was able to use them both and kind of blend it so you could see the difference. But both of them are wonderful and I love them both. And one is a lot cheaper and the other one is a little more expensive but has more in it as far as the palette goes. But I am going to go finish the look and I'll be back in just a second. I am back. I finished my makeup and I apologize that my makeup looks the same as it did last week's video because I did both videos today. I have a really crazy hectic week with work and I wanted to just get them both done, that way I could edit them in my free time. Here is the palette one more time. I hope that you enjoyed using this, or at least watching me use it, so you can get an idea of maybe this is something that you would like to use as well. And again, I used the Sonia Kashuk Contour Stick 2. Wanted to also throw in there that these are cream contour kits, and they have powder contour kits as well, which are basically the same thing, but they would come in powder form like so. And this is more of a bronzer and a highlighter, but you can use it as you could use this as a contour and this as a highlighter if you wanted to. I have an IT Cosmetics palette that I take to work with me, and I will try to show that in another video so you can see. The big difference is using a brush and blending with a brush as opposed to cream contour, which we use a sponge, or I use a sponge at least. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you found you had any questions or comments that you had, just leave them in the below box down there, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!